So hello dear students, how are you all? I hope you are well. So yesterday I uploaded a video on triangles. Okay, today I have come up with another video, okay, on heat, which is a chapter of science and it is meant for CBSE class 7 students. Okay, so I'll try to explain you the chapter in a very simple way and in a very short way. Okay, don't worry, physics is going to be easy for you. Now let's start. So remember children, we should always try to understand the meaning of the chapter first. As you can see, the title of the chapter is heat. So what is heat? Heat is a form of energy. Okay, now what is energy? Energy, for now you remember that energy is anything which we use for various works of our daily life. We use electrical energy, okay, to make use of various electrical devices, isn't it? Just like electricity, just like your sound, heat is also a form of energy. Okay, done. Now let us come to what is hot and cold. Remember children, hot and cold, these two are nothing but sensations, feelings, and there is nothing absolutely hot or absolutely cold. How do I say this? Remember, it depends on the heat transfer. Now let me tell you something. Heat always flows from a body at higher temperature to a body at lower temperature. Suppose my body temperature is 40 degrees Celsius, okay, and I touch or I dip my finger in a glass of cold water. So I feel cold, isn't it? Why is it so? It is because since my body temperature is higher than the temperature of the water kept in the glass, so heat flows from my body to the glass. Okay, now suppose I was doing something with ice cubes. Okay, now the temperature of my palms would definitely be lower than that of the cold water. Now if I dip my finger in the glass of water, so I'll feel warm. Why does this happen? Because as I told you, heat flows from a body at higher temperature to a lower temperature. So in the second example, when I dip my finger in the glass of cold water, since my hand or palm was colder than the water kept inside, so heat flew from the glass to my hand. Okay, understood? So hot and cold are never absolute. Something might be hot for you, it might be cold for me, because it all depends on the flow of heat. That means it all depends which body is at higher temperature and which body is at lower temperature. Okay, so I hope hot and cold is clear. So now how do we define temperature? So temperature is a reliable measure. Okay, it helps us to measure the hotness of a body. Now how do I measure it? Remember children, any physical quantity has a measuring device and it is measured in a unit. Now you will say, sir, what is a physical quantity? Now see, if I ask you that measure the dedication which Avinash sir has for you. Measure the dedication of Avinash sir as a teacher for you. Now can you measure it in a number, or can you express it as a percentage? No, you cannot, because those are feelings which cannot be measured. So remember, anything that can be measured is called a physical quantity, and every physical quantity like your mass, length, time, they have a measuring device. Like we measure the mass of an object using our beam balance. We measure the length of an object using ruler, or you can say measuring tape. We measure time using clock. Okay, similarly we measure temperature using thermometer. Okay, thermometer. Now thermometer is of three types. Okay, basically it is of three types. One is clinical thermometer, which measures the body temperature and usually or mostly the human body temperature. The second one is laboratory thermometer, which is used in laboratories or for laboratory laboratorical purposes. Now I'll say, so what's the difference? See beta, in laboratory we deal with much higher and much lower temperatures. For instance, if I am measuring the boiling point of a metal, so definitely it is much more than 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, because you see the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius, isn't it? Now can you melt a metal simply using water at 100 degrees Celsius, hot water? No, it doesn't happen. So definitely in laboratories the range, okay, now every thermometer has a range of temperature which it can measure. Clinical thermometer is designed to measure the temperature of the human body, whose range is 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius, but laboratory thermometers are designed for much greater ranges. Okay, we'll deal with each type in detail, don't worry. And next is maximum minimum temperatures. Daily you must be going through the weather report in the news channels or in the newspapers. There you see something called maximum temperature of the day, minimum temperature of the day. So how is it measured? Remember, maximum minimum thermometer is used to measure the temperature of an area, of a place. Okay, now let's come to clinical thermometer. As I told you, the thermometer used to measure body temperature, so to say human body temperature, is called clinical thermometer. Now few moments ago I said that every physical quantity has a unit. For example, mass could be measured in kilograms, it could be measured in grams as well. Time could be measured in hours, it could be measured in minutes and seconds as well. Similarly, temperature could also be measured in degrees Celsius or degree Fahrenheit or Kelvin. Okay, we do not use degree before Kelvin. Okay, now so regarding temperature, the measuring device is thermometer. The commonly used units are degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit, and the SI unit is Kelvin. Now normal human body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius and the range is 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. But you'll say, now have you seen a clinical thermometer? It looks something like this. Okay, it looks something like this. Here is mercury, okay, a grayish color metallic liquid. Okay, the only liquid which is a metal. Gallium is also a metallic liquid, but not in room temperature. Okay, in room temperature matlab what? Room temperature means normal temperature, it is a liquid but it is a metal. Now you will find this is called kink. Okay, kink, and through this kink there is, okay, a column like this. Here you will have your scales. Okay, scales with various numbers like 35, 36, 37, and whenever we place this thermometer in mouth, okay, under the tongue or in the armpit, due to the heat flow from the body, this mercury will rise. Now you will say, sir, why does it rise? Now better remember, I'll teach you in the next class what are conductors, substances which allow the flow of heat through them, and metals have a tendency to expand when they get heat. Okay, so this is how it looks like. But these days you'll say, so we don't have this thermometer, we have digital ones. So my question is, why digital thermometers started to be used, or they replaced this analog clinical thermometer? The reason is better, mercury is a toxic substance. Okay, so if accidentally due to some reason if the thermometer breaks, then there is a lot of chance that this toxic substance mercury might cause harm. Okay, so to prevent that, we have been replacing these days the analog clinical thermometer with the digital thermometer. First. Second thing, we must never show our clinical thermometer to a flame or to sun. Why? Now see beta, it is designed to measure a maximum of 42 degrees Celsius. If you expose it to a heat greater than this, then it can also break, and I have already told you if it breaks what problem might happen. Okay, so this is all for today's class. In the next class I'll explain what a laboratory thermometer is, what a maximum minimum thermometer is. Apart from that, we'll be discussing what is an insulator, what is a conductors, their examples, and if possible in the next class or in the third class, I'll be explaining, third class of science, I'll be explaining what are the various kinds of heat transfers: conduction, convection and radiation. Okay, so this was all for today's class. If you liked the video, don't forget to press the like button. Okay, give your feedback regarding the video in the comment section. If you want more videos of this type based on your course, your syllabus, you can subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out a video. And last but not the least, sharing is caring. So share this video with your friends, okay, so that they can also get benefited. Okay, with this I wind up. Okay, till the next video, stay safe, stay home. Bye bye. Jai Jagannath.